Ladies and gentlemen, there is a general consensus in this country that the Supreme Court is likely to nullify the 2022 general election, and a fresh or a rerun is likely to be occasioned. And the discussion which is currently ongoing within the political circles is whether Raila Odinga can win that rerun or a fresh election. And one of my friends, who is also the UDA point person for Nyanza, South Nyanza, Eriko Chanji, made some interesting posts on his Facebook page. And that post is what has actually informed this video. Because according to Eriko Chanji, Raila Odinga should not attempt to go for the rerun because he's going to be humiliated by William Samoei Arap Ruto. I want us to go through what Eriko Chanji is suggesting very briefly. Then I'm going to explain to you guys why personally I strongly believe that should a runoff be occasioned, Raila Odinga is going to have a field day. Now, this is what Eriko Chanji is saying. He's saying that I don't know what Azimio should pray for at the Supreme Court, but a rerun could be disastrous for the following reasons. Number one, the president-elect Chebukati declaration already elevated Ruto to presidential level. Many voters will therefore see him as such, particularly in the swing areas. In politics, as in economics, it is called rational ignorance. The theory that why look for another president while we already have a president. Now, I want to remind you, Chanji, that William Ruto did not just go into this election as an ordinary person or as an outsider. William Ruto went into this election as a deputy president. In 2013, Raila Odinga went into an election as a prime minister. William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta, who were outsiders, came and overtook him. And the other fact is that the moment the elections will be nullified, most people will not view William Ruto as a president-elect, but they will view him as a cheat. Number two, he's saying the populous Luhya community have tested power and are likely to increase their votes for Kenya Kwanza. While in Azimio, the highest Luhya will only be a finance minister. In Kenya Kwanza, Moses Wetangula as a House Speaker will be the third most powerful individual in the Republic of Kenya. And they see it coming. The numbers to propel Wetangula there have been secured. Now, this is also another lie. Why? Ken Lusaka was the Speaker of the Senate. As we were going for election, Musalia Mudavadi was being propelled as the leader of the Luhya nation, the third in command, who was going to be given the chief prime minister. I think that was the title they gave him, chief prime secretary. Despite that, Musalia Mudavadi was humiliated in his own backyard by Raila Odinga. Moses Wetangula being elevated simply means you are lowering now the level of Musalia Mudavadi. When Ochanji tells the Luhya nation that Wetangula is now third in command, what are they going to bargain for? Is Musalia Mudavadi now going to be the fourth? I don't think the Luhya nation will be bothered whether Musalia Mudavadi was the running mate, whether Wetangula will be the speaker. The speaker is already secured. And therefore, I don't see them being persuaded just by the fact that Wetangula is going to be the speaker. Again, he's saying another Luhya, Musalia Mudavadi, will be prime minister. The fact of the matter is that Musalia Mudavadi was sold as a prime minister for the Luhya nation. The Luhya nation still embarrassed him. And he's saying at number three that Ruto has used his time as president-elect to expand his household with the entire leadership of key swing regions, northeastern, now in Kenya Kwanza through UDA. That region is now up for grab, and some small catches here and there. Now, on the UDM, he might be right, but not right. When the people of Northeastern went outside there and voted for these governors, they were campaigning for Azimio. How sure is Uchanji that the leadership are going there with the voters? That is something which is debatable. We will wait to see how they are going to react. But the mere fact that Nicholas Gombo, the mere fact that Professor Kivutha Kibwana, the mere fact that those other guys joined Ruto, that has been the brand of politics of William Ruto since getting people here, getting another person there. Still, he could only manage a difference of 200,000 despite massive rigging. And he's also saying, with an army of MPs, he's saying, with an army of MPs 180 plus, including 10 independent, a formidable strength in the legislature and majority in the Senate, Ruto will step back to the campaign trail like a conquering hero hitting pretty in his strength of numbers, and it will not be lost to the voter. The truth is, if there's an independent candidate who was voted in an Azimio stronghold, that candidate will not even have the luxury of going to sell Ruto in his stronghold. If there is a candidate independent who was voted as independent in the UDA stronghold, chances are that that candidate will campaign for William Ruto, and they will still do the same. And the other thing, which is saying, the Agikuyu, having wiped off Jubilee and Azimio from the mountain, might decide to finish the job and slightly increase the turnout. And hell will break loose. While everyone else may increase turnout, it would be interesting to watch those who traditionally stamp excessive authority in the ballot. According to the records submitted by Azimio, massive rigging took place in the mountain. The truth of the matter is that there's a feeling that Mount Kenya voted for Raila Odinga, even if not majority of them, but those votes were suppressed. These people will come out to prove that indeed they voted for Raila Amolo Odinga. That one I can assure change. Those who voted for Ruto will still vote for Ruto. And number 6 is saying the most painful one is in Raila's own backyard. Kidero and Gombo supporters are openly saying that if shit hits the fan and we slide into Rerun, they will vote for Ruto to make Raila feel how they felt when their candidates were denied a chance for primaries. In Homa Bay, for example, over 100,000 people voted for Kidero. If half of that number decided to dine with the yellow table, another lie by Uchanji. Kidero and Gombo, if I were to offer unsolicited advice to them, is that the moment they will associate with Ruto, the Luo nation are going to punish them. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the Luos feels that they have been denied the victory, and this is the only opportunity. If, for example, a rerun is occasioned, we will witness what we witnessed just before the IBC made the announcement. The entire Luo nation was celebrating. I'm sure Eric Kochanji is out of the country, is in the United States of America, courtesy of his uncle who was a good member of this channel, the late Paddy Ahenda, who is a beneficiary of ODM and is not very happy with Ochanji anyway. Now, let me now go to my points. Why do I have a strong feeling that in case of a rerun, Raila Odinga is going to win? Number one, the moment the Supreme Court will nullify the election, there will be celebration across the country, especially in areas which voted for Raila Odinga. We are going to witness massive celebration in the entire Nyanza region. We are going to witness massive celebration in the entire coastal region. We are going to witness massive celebration in Western Kenya. And that celebration is going to carry with it a momentum. That momentum will be carried until the elections, because the elections should be held, I think, within 2 months. The moment Raila Odinga will be, the elections will be nullified, there will be massive celebrations in Nyanza, Raila Odinga strongholds. And that momentum will be carried forward until the elections day. That momentum alone will excite the bases and will make the bases to turn out in large numbers. So that's number one. Number two, one of the main reasons why we are where we are is because Azimio did not have agents. I am certain because of this petition, Raila Odinga and his team have learned one lesson, that they must protect their votes. As long as Raila Odinga will be able to protect their votes, as long as they will be able to assign agents in all polling stations, even if Raila Odinga will not campaign, I don't think William Ruto will be able to win. Because despite the massive rigging which took place in this country, the difference between Raila Odinga and William Ruto was how many? 200,000. 200. So which means, if Raila Odinga were to have agents who are protecting their votes, William Ruto will not be able to do anything. Number three, the moment the elections will be nullified, Kenya Kwanza and their support base will be demoralized. They will no longer brag about the numbers. They will be mocked. And the truth is, that will excite some of their supporters to turn out. But what about places Ochanji is referring to as the mountain? Mount Kenya will think, oh, kumbe Raila alishinda. Okay? And we are going for a rerun. So those places can actually turn out to vote for Raila, or they can be demoralized not to vote. And number four, the UDA tricks or the Kenya Kwanza tricks are already exposed. If they were working with IBC, that network is already broken. If they were their tricks was to add votes here, votes there, that will not work, because now even the media and everybody will pay very close attention to whatever is happening. And lastly is the Mount Kenya factor. I'm singling out Mount Kenya factor for one reason. Mount Kenya is the place where Uhuru Kenyatta comes from. Mount Kenya believes very strongly that they gave Raila Odinga votes and that those votes were stolen. What do you expect of them if they're given another opportunity? The truth of the matter is that in Kiambu, in Meru, in Muranga, even in Kirinyaga, where Martha Karua comes from, they are going to now vote according to how they voted. If someone voted for UDA, they'll vote for UDA. If someone voted for Raila, they'll vote for Raila. And those votes are ultimately going to count. I don't know what William Ruto can do, for example, in 2 months now, to persuade Mount Kenya to turn out, yet he's been there campaigning for 5 good years. There's no place where William Ruto invested a lot of his energy, time, and resources than Mount Kenya. I don't think there's anything left for him in that region, which he has not done. So if he has done all those things for the mountain for the last 5 years, they decided not to turn out. I don't think there's anything he will do to persuade them to turn out. If Raila Odinga's vote in the mountain was stolen, I don't think that will happen again. Even if it will happen, it will not happen to the magnitude it did. I was just reading. If you manage to get the Standard newspaper, there is this particular. I'm just trying to get it. There is this particular polling station in Gatundu North. The polling station is called Kamuagi polling station in Gatundu North. They are saying that in that polling station, Raila Odinga's votes were taken, 100 of them. And 50 were given to Ruto, the rest disappeared. And then there's also another polling station in Gatundu North where Raila Odinga actually defeated Ruto. But Raila Odinga's votes were reduced. So the mountain, in my view, is an area which is still going to be very difficult for William Ruto to bank on. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny.